Number of people without power in North Carolina after Helene has dropped now from around 1 million customers down to about 12,000, a little less than that.
But for those left in the dark, it could take months to get the power back on. CBS 17's Greg Funderburg is in the mountains today near Bat Cave. And Greg, it could be Christmas before the power is restored.
That is so true. A lot of these people are just remaining optimistic, hoping the power is restored very soon. Take a look behind me. I'm standing outside the Bat Cave Volunteer Fire and Rescue. This is one of many signs for hurricane relief emergency information they have posted all across the area here in Henderson County. And take a look here. They have supplies for folks, food if they need food in this area, and more supplies continue to pile in. Earlier today, when we were making our way down Highway 9, it was treacherous just to get to this location. But today I talked to the assistant chief, and he says he is remaining hopeful that things will get back to some sense of normalcy soon.
I'd say for the most part, our team has hung in there really tough. We've worked sun up to sundown and well past there many days, just trying to supply people. And the first week was basically survival mode and trying to evacuate people that needed to go, and also supplying people that needed to stay.
When you look at the improvements that have been made just in 3 weeks, what has it been like for you to see the improvements, even though there's still a long way to go?
Well, there is a long way to go. Probably starting last week when the road crews with their big excavators and bulldozers came in here and actually opened up Highway 74A. They opened up Highway 9. They're working on 64, but probably about 4 or 5 days ago was my first inkling of optimism.
When we were just talking about supplies coming in from so many areas, take a look here. A truck loaded with supplies just pulled up moments ago here outside of the Bat Cave Volunteer Fire and Rescue. So when you think about the people here helping out, talking about the volunteers, so many volunteers have really come all across the country. We talked to people from Utah, Pennsylvania on why they decided to come to this area to help with the cleanup. We're going to talk to those folks and the emotional roller coaster they have been through, helping people rebuild, but also being there to hold their hand and give them hugs as they rebuild this community. More on that coming up later today at 5 o'clock. Reporting live in Bat Cave, North Carolina, Greg Funderburg, CBS 17 News.
Greg, before you go, last week when I was there, we couldn't even get to Bat Cave. It was not accessible. How were the roads leading up to where you are?
Well, you know, when you think about the roads to come to Highway 9, it was really treacherous. When I talk about being treacherous, gravel roadways, even some parts of the roads that were just washed away. When we were driving this way, my photographer Ethan and I, we were driving down Highway 9. One particular roadway was completely gone. Thanks to a lady, she had opened up her driveway to allow the traffic to navigate through her driveway, to give these folks in this community access just to get to that area. I was talking to the assistant chief earlier. He says they actually had to helicopter supplies in, gasoline in, before that roadway was even open. So when you talk about, I know you were here last week, talk about just what has happened in just a week's time. And he says over the next weeks to come, they're hoping to make more improvements to get this area back to some sense of normalcy.
Yeah. All right, Greg, it is so good to see so many people coming to the aid of their neighbors,
yes,
people they know, people they don't know. This is that is something that's been kind of a bright light in this whole dark time. All right, Greg, thank you so much. We appreciate that report.